So in this video I will demonstrate on how to do a lace fabric. So actually it's not only lace on this look, there is also a PVC latex on some part of the dress, and as usual we're gonna color the skins. Since the clothes has a transparent part which is near the chest area, so we have to color the transparent part with the skins as a base, and then later we're gonna cover it with the fabric texture. And beside Copic marker, you have to prepare more tools like white pencil color and also black pencil color, and also white gel pen for the PVC effect. And the most important part, you have to prepare the tulle fabric for the texture of the lace and also the Micropen. So here I'm starting to add the pink shade of the dress. So I'm gonna work on the pink before the black, because if I start with the black, then when I finally color the pink, it will be damaging my Copic marker. So always start with the lightest color, it's easier that way. And as usual, I always add the lines to make it easier for me. I always divide it, and then check on the reference, like which part is darker and which part has more lines or shade, because the dress itself is like a little bit folded because of the way she stand, and also because of she put her hands on the side pocket, so there is a little folded part on the clothes. So make sure that you add more tension on that one, because the color is slightly different. So after completing the pink dress, we can start on the black detail, which is on the collar part and on also near the armhole, then also the side pockets, and then there's another pockets near her hand, and this part is actually the PVC texture that we later on will give extra detail with the white gel pen. So since the shoes is also black, so make sure don't forget to color the shoes. And then after this, we're gonna go back to the dress detail, and make sure you do it neatly, because the shoes it's pretty small and has little lines details. And then later, if you think it's not really neat, you can always add Micropen at the edge. So now we're gonna work on the lace effect. So we have to add the tulle fabric underneath our paper, and then using the black pencil color, and you have to sharpen it first, because we really need the pointy effect on the graphite pencil. So here I put the pencil lay down flat, and then we can start to get the texture from the tulle underneath the paper. And sometimes if we made a mistake, if we accidentally color like the outer part of the tulle fabric, it doesn't really matter, because since it's a pencil color, we still can always erase it with a normal pencil eraser. Because in my opinion, it is quite impossible to do this super neat without making any mistakes. So the eraser will help you to do the job. So after finishing the tulle, we can fill the details with the Micropen, the floral details of the lace, or we can also add the details of the PVC. So here I'm starting the PVC using the gel pen, and rub the gel pen while it's still wet, so that way we can get the shiny effect. And because of the details of the collar and also the armhole and the pocket is quite small, so make sure you do it neatly and try to rub it on the right precision way, because if you rub it too much, then it will affect or overlapping the area. So just make sure to do it slowly and neatly. So after completing the gel pen, later on you can always fix the rough line with the Micropen. So normally after this I'm checking if there's some part that needs to be erased or need to be more defined, so I normally add a Micropen at the edge, whether it's the clothes or even the skins, hairlines, or anything that might need a Micropen to make it more bold. So every time you work on with your Micropen, make sure that you control your hand precisely, because it's quite bold even though it's small, and it's supposed to make the lines looks more fine, more neat. So if you cannot really control them, it will be ruining your design or your illustration. So make sure when you work on the Micropen, you have to be focused. So now we're gonna work on the detail of the lace, and at this point we can't really do it exactly like the picture or the reference, because the detail is really small, so it's gonna be hard for us to follow the exact example. So what we gonna do is actually just try to follow the silhouette as much as we can, though it doesn't have to be exactly the same, and at least we have to do the floral details of the lace. So basically this part is not that difficult, but the hardest part is just to be patient to do this, because you have to do it small and step by step. So in order to do that, it takes quite some time to finish, so you just have to be patient while doing this texture. Also, I would like to remind you that every time we do a project using a Copic marker, we have to add an extra white blank paper underneath our project, because the Copic marker will always transfer to the back or to the extra paper that we have on the back. So keep in mind that it is really important to always add an extra paper before we start.